Oh, look at him, fellas. You crying, boy? Maybe we'll go back down to McDonald's and get you a Whamburger and some French fries. You little sissy boy!
What's up, guys? Boy, Benny. I realized something this weekend when we had the privilege of sitting with Donald Trump at the UFC, front row, watching the fights with him, and I watched celebrity after celebrity, NFL quarterback after NFL quarterback, superstar after superstar, influencer after influencer, YouTuber after YouTuber, billionaire after billionaire come up and kiss the ring. Donald Trump is culture. Donald Trump creates culture. The force around Donald Trump is a culture creation vector because Donald Trump's been famous for 50 years. He understands fame and the power of it, and he understands how to weaponize it and actually how to creative destruction, right, with that power. He understands how to become more famous and not drop out of the actual cultural zeitgeist like many of these people do. Donald Trump truly understands how to harness that power, and it is something really impressive and really special. And it is something that, of course, Hollywood has completely forgotten how to do. Hollywood had the Oscars last night. And what did they spend all their time talking about? Donald Trump! You took the bait, you dumb jack. Do you realize this? You talked about Donald Trump. So Donald Trump, during the Oscars, he was live truthing, right? And Donald Trump was truthing about the Oscars. Here's what he said, okay? And he got him. He got him, man. Got him, boy. Has there ever been a worse host than Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars? His opening was that of a less than average person trying too hard to be something which he is not and never will be. Get rid of Kimmel and perhaps replace him with another washed up but cheap ABC talent, George Stephanopoulos. You would make everybody on stage look bigger, stronger, and more glamorous, making a joke about how George Stephanopoulos is like 4 feet tall. Also, really bad politically correct show tonight for the Oscars. Disjointed, boring, very unfair. Why don't they just give the Oscars to those who deserve them? Maybe that's the way to make their audience and TV come back from the depths. Make America great again, Donald Trump says. And then Jimmy Kimmel takes the bait. Jimmy Kimmel decides to come out at the very end of the Oscars and read this Trump truth and make a joke about it. We'll break it all down here. Watch.
I was just, doing this show is not about me, and I appreciate you having me. It's really about you and Emma and all these great actors and actresses and filmmakers. But I was told we have like an extra minute, and I'm really proud of something. I was wondering if I could share it with you. I just got a review, and has there ever been a worse host than Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars? His opening was that of a less than average person trying too hard to be something which he is not and never can be. Get rid of Kimmel and perhaps replace him with another washed up but cheap ABC talent, George Slopanopoulos. He would make everybody on stage look bigger, stronger, and more glamorous. Blah, blah, blah. Make America great again. Okay, now, see if you can guess which former president just posted that on Tuesday.
They already know.
Anyone? No? Well, thank you, President Trump. Thank you for watching. I'm surprised you're still... Isn't it past your jail time?
Got it. Okay, so they're about to make a Joe Biden joke. Oh, look at all the Hollywood. Helmsworth actually was like... nope, not going to clap for that one. He knows better. Man, these people know better. So Jimmy Kimmel has 70,000 writers backstage, and they came up with we're going to put Donald Trump in prison joke so that all of the clapping fascists, woke communist fascists in the audience couldn't go like this, like lobotomized seals. There you go. All right? By the way, it's really funny that Jimmy Kimmel went and read that. It's a good joke. Donald Trump's jokes in the truth was better than Jimmy Kimmel's jokes. This is hilarious. He read the joke about George Stephanopoulos being short and Jimmy Kimmel having no talent. After spending 8 years shaming you for voting for Trump, Hollywood doesn't understand why you're not watching the Oscars tonight. In fact, reading the Trump truth is the biggest thing that happened at the Oscars last night. Isn't that amazing? Donald Trump, a guy who was in The Little Rascals and Home Alone 2, Donald Trump's appeared in quite a few Hollywood movies. Actually, there was a time when Hollywood loved Donald Trump. Rappers loved Donald Trump. Rappers still love Donald Trump. Donald Trump should host the Oscars next year, and maybe I'll watch to see the woke meltdown. I mean, he really should. It'd be the smartest thing ever. People saying Jimmy Kimmel took the bait. That's exactly what this was. Yeah. And it's pretty funny. Through tears, Jimmy Kimmel reads Donald Trump's Truth Social. These people can't go a second without checking what Trump is doing, saying Trump lives rent-free in their heads. What does Charlie Kirk say? Jimmy Kimmel reads Trump Truth Social post, ripping Kimmel as a mediocre woke host of the year's Oscars. He lives rent-free. That's right. He lives rent-free. Or better yet, these people need the ratings, so they have to bring in Donald Trump. Do they need the ratings so much so that they must do like performative humiliation rituals by having actors go naked on stage? Is that how desperate they are? The only other thing that I saw last night was John Cena walking out on stage naked. No surprise that John Cena is on stage naked at the Oscars during prime time, and children are likely watching. This is not just a humiliation ritual. The Hollywood predators are certainly getting off on this. I'm sure Jimmy Kimmel is as well. Let's not forget that Kimmel had Tom Hanks do a skit on his show sexualizing little girls. Yeesh. Yeah, exactly. I'd really like to know how much John Cena was paid for this humiliation ritual. Cat Williams was right. That's exactly correct. John Cena was going through another humiliation ritual, ladies and gentlemen. We said that this is a degradation of men, weak men, hard times. That's exactly right. John Cena forced to walk out naked during the Oscars. Why would that be the case? They're making some self-referential joke to an Oscar that happened in the 1970s. I don't exactly know, ladies and gentlemen, but I just know this, that probably shouldn't be something that you celebrate. These people are sick degenerates. They allowed Jimmy Kimmel, of course, to wear blackface and to fat shame people, to literally race and IQ shame black people. I mean, these are Jimmy Kimmel skits, right? About Oprah, about illegal immigrants, about Karl Malone. This is this famous skit. This is Karl Malone. The Oscars picked this guy to be their host, and these snobs will be calling all of you racists all night. You cannot make it up. Yeah, that's right. This is why people, quite frankly, shouldn't watch, and I don't think people were watching. We'll see when the actual ratings come in. Entire world laughs at Trump at the Oscars. And Hollywood elites equal entire world. It really does show you the worldview there, ladies and gentlemen. And the final thing that I thought was really interesting, Elizabeth Warren must be attending the Oscars this year. They had a Native American song ceremony to kick off the Oscars. It sounded like this, okay? Your eardrums have been warned. So I wouldn't be able to end a read about the Oscars without, of course, this clip, ladies and gentlemen. The one time when Hollywood was told exactly who they are and what they are and what we all think of them. They should just replay this speech every single year before any award ceremony to put these people in perspective about what we think of them. Go.
That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer, and it's still more fun than this, okay? Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself, just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up! I know he's your friend, but I don't care. You had to make your own way here in your own plane, didn't you?